Hi everybody, hope you're all safe and well. This group of videos that we're going to be putting out now here towards the end of class is the review of the performance test. I'm going to make one separate short video for each example of the review, and then I'll do one video going over the written exam briefly as well. So you can refer back to this if you are preparing your videos or preparing your written test. And of course you can contact me if you have any questions about either one. So the first example is a two-part example. Keep in mind that you are to do 4 examples for the performance test, and you can do these on separate videos and send them in even separately if you want. They don't all have to come in at the same time as long as they're in by the required due date. So think of each item as 25% of your test, okay? So item 1 is going to be a 2-part test question. The part A is for you to demonstrate 3 chords that are not in the Folia, and then to play the Folia chord progression. The Folia chord progression is in 3/4 time. Very important that you keep your strumming patterns in 3 beats per measure, 3/4 time, and that's on page 45 of chapter 6 in the PDF Disler book files that I sent to you. Of course, if you have misplaced any of this stuff, you can always ask for other copies. So keep in mind that this is probably the most demanding chord question on the test, so I'm looking for you to play the chord progression in rhythm. So if you can't do the chord change, for example, from C to G and back to G again, G to C and back to G again, then you might want to skip this example. So some of you beginning chord players might need to think about playing one of the other chord examples instead of this one. That is important, again, because I'm grading on not only the chords being correct, but them being played in rhythm. You can play as slow as you want to, but you have to keep your beat steady, and you have to connect the chords as best you can from one measure to the next. So the chords in the Folia are A minor, E, G, and C. So when you demonstrate part A for this example, you can't play any of those chords. So for example, I would come in on my video and say, my 3 chords are A7, D7, and E7. Okay, you don't have to play 7th chords. Those are just the ones I chose. They're all very playable. And that's it. I'm done with part A. And then for part B, you have to play the Folia once through with quarter notes and then give me a variation. So I'm going to do several variations just to give you some ideas. You only have to do 1 time with quarter notes and 1 variation for a total of 2 playthroughs. You'll also notice the double bar comes after the last E chord. So when you get to that double bar, you can handle it 2 ways. You can play that last A minor chord without a repeat and stop and then show me your variation. But if you do the repeat, try to take it literally. If you do want to do the repeat without stopping, play the E chord, and then when you hit A minor, you're back at the beginning and you're doing your new chord progression. So that's the way I'm going to do it now. And by new chord progression, I mean new strumming pattern. So I'll say out loud what I'm doing for the Folia variations here. So once again, I already demonstrated 3 chords: A7, D7, E7, and that's it. 3 chords. And then here's the Folia with quarter notes first. And again, very important that you stay in 3/4 time, because that will count against you if your strumming pattern goes out of 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Be careful to hit the correct bass notes. Low G, C on the 5th string, low G, open A for A minor, and open E. Here's dotted half. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So there were a few variations for you. For the bass chord, I played the bass note and then strummed the rest of the strings as the chord. Make sure there's no pause there between your strumming. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I also did down, up, down, up, down, up for each chord. That would be another variation to consider. I also played the dotted half where the chord just rang for 3 beats. And the picking pattern I was playing is number 10 from the chapter 11 finger picking exercises. There's a sheet with tablatures of picking, and I'm doing number 10 off of that list. Whoops. Where my thumb is playing the root, and then I'm playing index, middle, ring, middle, index to get 6 notes, 6/8 notes in the measure. I encourage you to be creative with it, but don't try to do anything too fancy that you can't control very well, and make sure it has 3 beats. So this is question number 1. You play me 3 chords that are not in the Folia, and then you play the Folia twice, and that will be 25% of the test right there. I'll be back with more videos. Have a great day.